What's happening? Joe here with some more Joe's Picks, free daily leans and picks coming at you. For my premium picks, strongest plays, and more, head over to joesleansandpicks.com. Last night had another free pick winner as we are on a 3-0 run to start this Christmas week. We took the Clippers at +3, and they played really well. The middle of that game looked a little scary, but they got it done in the end, and good win for us right there. And on to our free leans and pick for Wednesday, December 23rd. Free pick today, down at the bottom you see there's the Milwaukee Bucks -4. That's what we're picking tonight. And our leans there as well. Georgia Southern -6.5. We got the Pacers -7.5. And we're leaning the Heat -4.5 as well. So should be some good action in the NBA tonight with the large slate of 13 games going. So let's get into our first lean. And our first lean of the day is Georgia Southern -6.5 against the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. This is a bowl game, some college football action coming at you. And so the first thing we have is the run game. There's a pretty big difference here. Georgia Southern is actually averaging around 260 yards on the ground per game, which is astonishing. They're obviously one of the best rushing teams in college football, whereas Louisiana Tech is averaging just under 100 rushing yards per game. So pretty big difference there. And a lacking Louisiana Tech offense. They have scored under 22 points in 4 of their 9 games this season and have only scored over 30 points in 3 out of those 9, which does not match up well against a Georgia Southern defense that is only averaging 22 points against per game. So Louisiana Tech's going to have some trouble scoring in this one because Georgia Southern's defense has actually been playing really well. And Louisiana Tech's defense is actually allowing just under 35 points per game this season. And, if they're not going to be taking the ball down and scoring that often, then, Georgia Southern's going to end up running the ball all over them. And I see Georgia Southern covering 6.5 pretty easy here. And in our second lean of the day, we are leaning with the Indiana Pacers -7.5 over the New York Knicks. The Pacers are starting this year with a healthy Victor Oladipo and Sabonis, which is huge for them because with the way TJ Warren played in the bubble last year, they could make a little run in the playoffs as they're one of the sneakier teams in this Eastern Conference. And their opponents are the Knicks. The Knicks are young. They drafted Obi Toppin, but you just never know what you're going to get out of the Knicks, especially with the mixed bag of players they have there and the young guys they have. And I think we're leaning towards this Pacers game opening up, whether it's the end of the first half or somewhere in the third quarter. The Pacers are going to end up opening this game up, whether it's in the middle of the game or late, to cover this spread here. So that's the way we're leaning with this Indiana Pacers and Knicks matchup. And on to our third lean of the day, we are leaning towards the Heat at -4.5 in Orlando against the Magic. The Heat lose Jay Crowder and Derek Jones, but add Mo Harkless and Avery Bradley to their roster, which we believe actually makes the Heat a little bit of a better team. And the Magic injury report. So there's no Alfred Aminu in this game, no James Ennis, which is more depth for the Magic. But they have no Jonathan Isaac, as obviously he's out for the year, and he is one of their best defensive players, which it means it's going to be really tough for them to stop the Miami Heat in this one, as the growth of the Heat's young players and their team as a whole over the last season, I think, is really going to show in these first couple of games between Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and even Kendrick Nunn playing a role. And I think over the long haul, the entire game, I think the Heat defense is just too strong for the Magic to continually and consistently break through and score points. We see the Heat coming out and actually winning by 7 or 8 points here. Free play today will be the Milwaukee Bucks -4 in Boston against the Celtics. This is probably the best matchup out of all the 13 games tonight. And for the Celtics, there's actually no Kemba Walker as he's out for some time with some injury. And although they added Tristan Thompson, he's actually a game-time decision as he is nursing an injury as well. The Bucks added a very solid point guard in Drew Holiday, and he's going to be helping out Giannis a lot with this team. And in their last 7 matchups, the Bucks have actually won 6 of the last 7, with one of those losses, or with the one loss actually coming in Boston. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, how do you stop this guy? I mean, he's gotten better and better each year. If you look at the stats, his points per game and rebounds per game have actually increased each and every single season he's been in the league, which is pretty remarkable. And to only think that he's getting better and he's only 25 years old, 26 years old is just incredible. I think the Bucks hold off in this one, hit some free throws late to cover the spread and take down the Boston Celtics. And those are our free daily leans and picks for the day, brought to you by Joe's Picks. If you want more of my premium picks, strongest plays, and more, head over to joesleansandpicks.com. And we'll see you.